How's it going, everybody? Viral back again. I've got some requests from you guys to do a Kerbal Space Program tutorial to the moon and back, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that for you. Now, first off, let me say I'm no Scott Manley. Don't know the technical terms for things, but I'm gonna explain this the best that I can. So the way I get to the moon and back, well, first, go ahead and select the command pod. And then go to utility. We're gonna go with the Mach 16 parachute. Plop that sucker right on there. Backup chute. Go with the radial mount parachutes. Let's put two of these. Symmetry mode. Keyboard shortcut X. Two of those. Okay, go ahead and go to structural. I'm gonna get TR18A stack the coupler. Put that right on there. Command and control. Gonna go with the advanced inline stabilizer. Plop that sucker right under there. Go to fuel tanks. Grab the FLT 800 right on there. Engines. Grab yourself the LV 909 and utility. Get the LT1 landing struts. I'm gonna put 4 of these on here, just like that. Now power. Go ahead and grab some solar panels. OX stat. Put about 8 of these on there. Batteries. Not that much, maybe 2, just like that. And then go ahead, structural, grab another TR18A decoupler, plop that sucker right under there. Back to fuel tanks, FLT 800 again. And then grab yourself the FLT 400, plop that sucker right under there. Engines, grab yourself the LVT30. Alright, go to structural, grab the hydraulic detachment manifold, put 4 of these on there. Fuel tanks, FLT 800 again, put that on right about there. And then FLT 400 right there. I grab another T800 there. Aerodynamics, put some cones on these suckers. Alright, engines, grab yourself the LVT 45s for your boosters. Structural, go with some struts, EAS 4 strut connectors. Symmetry mode 4 times. This connected to the middle. Do the same thing for the bottom. Alright. Alright, now fuel tanks. I'm gonna do some cross feeding. Get the FTX2 external fuel ducts. Turn off symmetry mode. Okay, now you're gonna connect this tank to that tank, and then connect this tank to the middle bottom tank. So this tank is gonna burn fuel first, and then when you jettison, it'll cross feed the fuel into this tank. So this tank will drop first. So remember that. Do the same thing for these. This tank to that tank, and then from here to the middle. Just like that. Alright, go ahead, go to structural, grab the TT18A launch stability enhancers, put 4 of these down, it's like right about there. Hold shift, click, drag your project down close to the ground, right about there, click again if you don't already know that. And now I want to make sure the staging is all correct. So yeah, that's correct. That should be at the bottom. This engine here should be at the bottom. I'm gonna burn all the engines. Okay, now here, click this, unclick these. Create a new stage. Oops. Bring these back up. And then we're gonna find the tanks that are gonna drop first, and it's the tank that runs to this tank is gonna drop first. So highlight this, and you can see over here to the right which one it is. So it's this one. Hold control click to select it. Do the same thing for this side. This tank is gonna drop first. So it's this one right here. Hold control click. You got it selected. Click and drag it into this new stage. So this is your launch stage right here. And then when your first two tanks are ready to go, you're gonna stage that. And then these two tanks. And then when the core is all used up, you're gonna stage that. And then this engine will burn. In fact, bring this engine down to the same stage as this. And that's for the pod, the couple, and the chutes. Let's put the chutes in different stages. Put the backup chutes in its own stage right there. And move that up. Alright, so if the staging looks all correct, this is how it should look. Now we should be good to go. So this is the build I usually use to get to the moon and back. Pretty simple. Simple ship. Now let's launch. Alright, first things first, turn on the SAS. Keyboard shortcut T by default. Throttle up, space to launch. Alright, we're cooking. Now you want to keep your meters per second between 150 and 200 meters per second. At about 10,000 right up here, we're going to do a gravity turn about 10 degrees to the right. Keep your eye on your fuel tanks. Get ready to stage once these run out. These two. Always make sure to look at Jeb. Make sure he's smiling. Keep him happy. And you should be good. Alright, throttle down a bit. 200 meters per second. It's alright if you go over. Get ready to stage and then throttle up a bit more. Just drop these tanks. Throttle up a bit. 10,000. We're gonna turn more to the right, out there. Bring up your map. Bring up the nav ball. Zoom in. We're gonna make this arc. Bring your Apple axis up to 100,000 meters, and then we're gonna cut the engines. So kind of slowly adjust yourself, tilting it more to the right, kind of dragging the prograde vector right behind you. Keep your eye on the Apple axis. Check it every now and then. Alright, just keep dragging that prograde vector along with you. Cutting out of the atmosphere at an angle. Alright, throttle up. Kind of hold it here for a bit. Oh, forgot the stage. Make sure you don't forget to stage those once they're done. Right about 90,000 meters. You just want to push right on the horizon here on the nav ball. Just push right there, right on the horizon. Till you hit 100,000 meters and then kill the engines. Add a new maneuver node right on the apoapsis. Click and drag prograde. Make a nice orbit around the Earth. Oop, around Kerbin, sorry. 100,000 by 98. Right there, 99. That's good. Close enough. Click this icon. Adjust yourself with your maneuver node. Get ready to do the burn. Start the burn on T-minus 15. Alright. Alright, kill the engines, remove node. 97,000, 100,000, that's good enough. It's a nice orbit around Kerbin. Alright. Bring up the map. Set the moon as a target. And then adjust yourself on the nav ball so that you are right here before the target. Now we're gonna time warp. And when the moon rises just above the horizon, we're gonna burn straight for it. Alright, there's the moon. Now adjust yourself right on the prograde vector and burn. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this apoapsis mark right around here and catch the encounter with the moon. Get ready to stage. Now as this is getting faster, you might want to throttle down so you don't overshoot the encounter, miss the encounter. Cut the engines once you get the encounter. Now next thing we want to do is get this periapsis closest to the moon as possible. So go ahead and slowly burn. You can cut the engines, burn, cut the engines if that works easier for you. So try and get it to about like 20,000, 30,000 meters would be good. There we go, 28,000, that's good. If you happen to make a mistake and pass it, like here, where your periapsis disappeared, you can easily fix that problem. Just line yourself up with the retrograde vector on the nav ball. Burn a little bit. Burn. There, got it back. Burn. Burn. 27,000 meters, that's good. Line yourself back on prograde. Alright, and now we're just gonna glide towards the moon. Okay. Now once you get here, go ahead and create a new node right on the periapsis. And drag and pull the retrograde to bring in an orbit around the moon. Alright, that's good. Good enough. 21,000 meters and 33. Not perfect, but it'll do. Go ahead and press this icon. Line up your maneuver node. I'm sorry. Line up your maneuver vector. And get ready for the burn. Burn on T minus 15. Now we're slowing down and bringing this sucker into orbit. And cut the engines. Remove the node. That's good enough. And if you made it with me this far in the video, congratulations, you've made orbit around the moon. Make sure Jeb is still happy. Alright, he's still happy. Now landing on the moon. We want to land on the light side, not the dark side. You could land on the dark side, but I wouldn't recommend it if you didn't build a ship with lights, landing lights. Which in this case we did not. So we're gonna go ahead and land on the bright side. Just put a node here somewhere on the back. And we're gonna adjust retrograde. Alright there, that should be good. Now as you can see, it's right here, but we're gonna probably end up landing somewhere over here when we start to kill our velocity as we get close to the lunar surface. Go ahead and line up your maneuver vector. Get ready for the burn. Alright, let T minus 5 slow burn. I don't throttle up too hard, just a little bit. And then cut the engines. Alright. Now we're just kinda gonna glide right down, glide right in for a little bit. Okay. Line up with the retrograde vector. And about 10,000 we're gonna start to kill velocity. Alright. Just burn on the retrograde vector. Kill some velocity. Stop a little bit, glide a little bit. Burn some more. We may land in this crater. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, just burn off the rest of your velocity, bring down your meters per second. Okay, we're gonna land in this crater. Kinda wanna land in the middle of it, so I don't land on a slope. Let's burn off some more velocity. Alright, now we're just gonna drop straight down. Go ahead and deploy your landing gears. Keyboard shortcut G. Make sure you don't come down too fast. Burn every now and then. Kind of keep it like 20 meters per second at this height. Try and look for the shadow of the ship on the lunar surface so you can tell how far up you are. Kind of give you an idea. Alright, actually, oh, there it is. It's right here. Alright, still kind of high up. What you want to do is slow burn now. You want to put this thing down under 5 meters per second, 2.5 recommended for a nice soft landing. Just kind of play with the throttle. And touchdown, kill the engines. Nice soft landing on the moon. And if you made it with me this far in the video, congratulations, you have now landed on the moon. So when an EVA Jev, get him out of there, let him stretch his legs. Oh, he ate it. Oh, he almost knocked his ship down too. Careful for that. Alright. Now on this ship, on this particular build, I didn't put a ladder because you don't really need one if you're just going to the moon. You can just use your jetpack, keyboard shortcut R, to fly back into the command pod. Let's go ahead, plant our flag. Alright. The moon. You made it. Alright, let's get back in the command pod. Now let's get Jeb home. So just lift off. Retracted landing gears. Kind of line yourself up perfect on the nav ball again. And then just start to go. Turn. Start turning. Okay, bring up the map. Just kind of keep turning on the nav ball. Kind of get this arc nice and wide. Let's turn it more. Okay, right about there. Go ahead and make a new node on the apoapsis, add new maneuver. Click and drag the prograde. Going to back orbit around the moon. 29,000, that's good. Alright. Maneuver vector, line yourself up, get ready for this burn. And cut the engines. Remove the node. 34,000, 39,000, that's good orbit. So we're back on orbit around the moon. And now we're going to get back to kerbin. How I do this, I don't go for the orbit around kerbin again. I just go for straight shot home. So go ahead and put a maneuver node anywhere, it doesn't matter. Play with the prograde until you get the purple circle pop up like that. And what you want to do is grab the node itself like this. Click around here. And you can pull it, move it around. Now adjust it so you get the periapsis as closest to kerbin as possible. And then go ahead and play with the prograde some more. Bring it in closer. Go ahead and click the node, drag the node along there until the periapsis disappears. And then play around with the retrograde right here until it reappears again. There. Now 42,000 meters is still kind of high. You want to get it closer. Close as possible. Okay, that's good. 12,000 meters. So we're just gonna like suicide bomb. One shot home. Kerbin's gravitational pull would just bring us right in. So line up the maneuver node vector. Get ready for this burn. Alright, start the burn on T-minus 15. Alright, start to slow it down around here. Alright. 17,000. That's good. And then we're just gliding back home now. Say goodbye to the moon. Now make sure at this point you do not time warp too fast. Otherwise you'll enter the atmosphere too fast and just explode into pieces. And Jeb is happy to see Kerbin again. Alright. Prepare for re-entry. Gonna stage. Right around here. Okay. Let's break this off. Line up with the retrograde vector. We should be coming in soon. There we go. Turn off SAS. Keep it on the vector. There we go. And at this point you just pray that your chutes don't get burnt up in re-entry. Sometimes that happens. Alright, starting to slow down a bit. Usually this will tell you if it's safe to deploy or not at this point. Risky right about now. Let's wait a little bit more. And now it says it's safe, but we'll wait till about 5,000 and then pop the chute. Yeah. Alright. Chute 1 open. Alright, looks good. Well, let's just open up the backup chutes just for the hell of it. And bring Jeb home. And touchdown. Jeb is safe. Back on Kerbin. Alright, rescue him. Recover vessel. Well, and that's it guys. That's how I get to the moon and back on Kerbal Space Program. Hopefully if you were following along, it worked out for you also with that simple build. I hope this tutorial helped you out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay updated for more gaming videos. Thanks for watching.